Welcome to Luminite. My name is David Calabrese, and we're going to be going over the 201 series. I've picked the most popular level control we have for this little run through. It's the WFLT DIN mount. It's a DIN rail mount, the most popular, and then the 201. The 201 series can be used for two different things. It can be used for an emptying and filling operation, emptying or filling operation. And it can be used for a simple on-off switch, so say a high fail-safe, low fail-safe, that sort of thing. So let's go over the wiring here. We are going to, the way it's laid out, you have two blank spaces here. Here on the left-hand side is your line voltage, so we're going to take L1 and L2 to 110 VAC. I picked 110 volts because that's also the most popular one. This of course, just to say something about the line voltage, we offer this standard WFLT, the standard level controls in 24 volts AC, 110 to 2440. So we take the high level, we're going to take HL and G, high level ground. The ground, just to let you know, has nothing to do with the line power. This is only for the sensing circuit. So it's going to be grounded to the tank. I'll do that in a second. So we're going to take the high terminal, bring it to the high level probe. We are going to take the low terminal, bring it to the low level probe, and then the ground, I'll bring it out here so you can see. Any good earth ground will work. So if you have a pallet or you have a cabinet that you're putting this DIN rail mount in, if it's got a good ground, if it's a metal cabinet and it's got a good ground at the tank, you're in good shape there. But for this one, we're going to sell any good earth ground, and then the other thing we're going to do is you can also bring it to the metal tank if you have a metal tank. So, filling operation. Normally closed, this is side we're going to be going with. So we're going to bring, normally closed is going to go back to line power. The relay can handle, at 110 volts AC, it can handle 10 amps. At 220, it can handle 5. That's what it's saying. You just divide it in half. At 24 volts AC, it can handle 5 amps. So normally closed goes over here. Your common's going to come off the relay, and this is where you're going to hook it up to your load. So when I put load down, I mean a pump, a contactor, solenoid valve, anything that doesn't exceed that threshold on this one, which would be under 10 volts at 10 amps, as long as it doesn't exceed that 10 amps, and it's 110 volts, of course, you're good to go. So the load, of course, we're going to bring back to line power. You can use the same line power as long as it doesn't exceed the threshold of the relay, and it's the same voltage. You can use the line power to power the load right up to 2 you've just brought in here for the unit. You would simply bring L1 to the normally closed. Common's going to go to your solenoid or whatever you're hooked up to it, and instead of going back to an external line power, it's going to go straight up, right up here to L2, and that will create your loop as well. So what's going to happen in this situation is, here's your water level or whatever product you have in there. When it touches the low probe, nothing's going to happen right now. Then it hits the high probe, relay's going to energize. Normally closed will be open, normally open will be closed, and it's going to shut whatever you have hooked up. It's going to shut it off. So it'll close your solenoid, it'll turn your pump off. When that happens here, the liquid's going to drop below the high level probe. Now the relay's going to stay energized because your low probe is actually acting as a holding circuit for the level control. The second the liquid drops below the low probe, it's going to say, oh, no connection. The relay is going to de-energize. Normally closed will be closed again, and it will turn your load on. So back to what I was talking about before, single point on-off switch. That is not a problem. So you're not going to use the ground at all. You're not going to use the low terminal at all for this. We're just going to take that completely off. And you're just going to use the high terminal to bring to the probe whatever level it is in the tank. And that's going to give you your on-off switch. Liquid touches it, relay energizes. It drops off, relay de-energizes. Another thing you have with the 201, doesn't necessarily have to be DIN rail mount. You can get it in an octal socket. You can get the 201 in a 3-inch snap track, and also, this is the panel level line, it's designated by the W. If you get the industrial level line, it would just be an FLT. Those are designed to be standalone. This DIN mount one, the panel level line, is designed to contractors and panel builders mainly would integrate this into a system. If it's the industrial level line, it would just be an FLT. That one's standalone. That one you can put in a room way over there and have it control your system autonomously. We offer polycarbonate waterproof enclosures, NEMA 4X, stainless steel waterproof enclosures, NEMA 4X, and we could also, if this is an extremely volatile environment with explosive materials, even the air, if the air is combustible, we can put this in an XP housing, and we can give you intrinsic safety barriers in that housing, so you can, between probe and ground in the tank. Thank you for joining us for this simple run through of the 201 DIN rail mount. Again, my name is Dave Calabrese. I'm technical support team lead here. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at technicalsupport@luminite.com, or if you have general questions, it's customer service@luminite.com. Thank you and have a good day.